I'm just gonna make this video real quick and say that I support Tommy's widow, Trisha, for putting out these documents to clear Tommy of the rumor that he was diagnosed with HIV. Trisha was the one to have him tested before he passed. While he was still here, he didn't have it. She even had his blood tested after he died, and there was no traces of HIV in his system. Trisha is being kind enough to put this information out there for Tommy and to make sure Tommy's, story is heard, because for several years we've been hearing, oh, Tommy's had HIV. He got kicked out of the boxing community, and he lost what he held dear besides being a dad and being a husband. That was his boxing career. That was what he strived to continue, and that's what he wanted to do. But somebody in the boxing world did not want him out there, did not want him succeeding, so they planted this story of him having HIV when it wasn't that. I find it highly, highly disrespectful to Tommy's widow and those that knew Tommy personally. Me as a fan, kind of getting reintroduced to Tommy years later as an adult, because I knew of him from Rocky 5 as a child. So hearing and seeing all this just breaks my heart. And I hope that at some point that this can be settled and conquered once and for all, because we've been hearing about this for several years since he died, and even before he passed. Trisha is being kind enough to share this info with us. She would have been, not been kind enough to, hey, I don't need to share this with anybody. I don't want to do this. But she's being kind enough to do it for us and let us know, hey, my husband didn't have HIV, and I've got the paperwork to prove it. I've got the autopsy results. I've got the blood work. I've got all that as backup, and y'all still want to sit here and say that he had that when he didn't even have it. My guess is that one of the wives he had before Trisha wanted to say that to get underneath the skin of people that he was close to kind of ruffle feathers, make his third wife uncomfortable. That didn't faze her, because she helped him get back up on his feet, tried to get him where he would be comfortable. And now fans have been dealing with this for years, since before I knew of what happened to Tommy. And I want Tommy's legacy I want him to be remembered for the great boxer he was, and how friendly he was, and how helpful he was to those around him and those that knew him personally. Now, I'm a fan. I don't know the family in real life. I follow Kenzie, but I'm not close with the family. I don't know them, but from what I'm seeing Trisha get a lot of hate. I'm seeing Tommy being disrespected. Even in death, this man can't get a break. But again, I would just like to say thank you to Trisha for putting this out there, to have this information out. Hopefully this can be settled at some point, and we can go on and remember Tommy for the beautiful, talented young man that he was, so that his legacy can live on through us, his fan base, and through his children, because this man had so much more to give us, but that was ripped away all too soon. 44 was too young for him to die. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see where else he would go. I mean, he had so much more potential, but it was taken away from him. This video is not to harm or harass anyone. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.